Good afternoon, folks. I hope you're having a wonderful day and enjoying the nice weather outside as we're currently sitting in the lower 70s and we could even get to the high 70s today. As you can see in here in the background, the winds are picking up a little bit as we have a system coming through tomorrow that will bring us some severe weather. And we even have an enhanced risk at the moment, so I'll pass it over to Wyatt in the weather lab to explain more.
Thanks, Wyatt. So we are looking at an enhanced risk in our day two convective outlook for tomorrow, and storms will be probably throughout the 1 p.m. ish to about 1 a.m. ish hours. We have quite a bit of moisture and such, and so we look at our day two convective outlook and enhanced risk. We see those fairly often, but we do have a 5% tornado risk along with a 15% hail or wind, risk, and then a 30% hatched risk of hail. A hatched risk is 25 or 2-inch in diameter hail or larger within 25 miles of a point. Mind you, that 2 inches with these high winds that we could be experiencing will massively damage your car. You will definitely need to seek some insurance on that one. And so please be able to or have a destination for your car inside a parking garage or something like that. That way it doesn't get dinged up. And so when you look at Tulsa's threat for Thursday, they have the tornado risk at limited. I kind of agree with that. Max hail, about $50 the golf ball. I could see that. I definitely think that's about there. I wouldn't be surprised if we see bigger than golf ball, but I do generally think that that will be around our hail size. And our wind hail, or our not wind hail, our winds could be at max 70 to 80, and I think that will be part of our linear system coming afterwards, and I'll show you that here in a minute. But we also have a day two excessive rainfall outlook. Most of northwest Arkansas, except for Benton and Boone County, is in a slight risk, and so we're in a marginal here in Benton County, but that will change, or that will be because of the heavy rainfall from some of the supercells coming in and the linear system. And so I'll show you this now. This is around 2 p.m. Thursday, and so you can see these supercells start to fire up, and they're kind of fighting each other, looking for ground. And then you see this linear, and let me highlight this one for you. You got this linear pathway here. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to winds. When this pushes through, this will bring some winds and possibly some hail, and we could even see an embedded tornado or two, but I don't think it's that likely for this linear system. The supercells, I definitely think we could see some tornadoes as the environment is very favorable for it, as we have a ton of instability. We have almost 3,000 joules per kilogram, and that is a ton. I can't tell the last time we last had that much in northwest Arkansas that I can personally remember. But as for my outlook for severe probabilities, I think we have about a I think no matter what, we have above 50 chance of seeing hail throughout the night. That's any size, not just 2-inch in diameter. That is any size, doesn't matter if it's pea size. And all of this, except for winds, is just when it happens. Tornado warnings or tornadoes on here, the probability is of a tornado touching down or a tornado warning. Either one of those. So at max, I have it at 60, and that is between 1 and 4 p.m. That is because that's when those supercells are at their prime, and later on they'll be fighting each other for those spaces to where they may be kind of taking each other out. Or they could even come together and make themselves even stronger. We shall see. But winds, that's pretty much gust any higher than 40 miles an hour. I think that's going to be definitely possible with our storms later in the evening, and I think we'll have way more of a risk of that next system coming through because of that. So, what are your measures to do whenever you have a tornado warning effect in your area? Remember the acronym: duck, downstairs, under something, center of the house, and keep away from windows. Please follow this, and if a tornado does strike your area, you'll be fine. You don't want to be caught out during the middle of a tornado. Center of the house, exterior walls are the first one to go, and so you don't want to be in them. And this is exactly what not to do in a tornado warning. Don't shelter under an overpass. We've preached this in the past, not anymore. We have found that it's actually worse too. And so winds are actually stronger under an overpass, so it's really going to be worse for you overall. Again, don't shelter near an exterior wall. It's the first thing to go, most usually whenever a tornado strikes a house besides the roof. And you can see in this picture, it's the last thing standing. That's usually what happens during tornadoes, or at least strong ones. And never ever take shelter in your car or a mobile home or camper. They are the most dangerous places to be in a tornado. Car can be flung, mobile home and camper can be flung. We have seen multiple deaths throughout this year, and they are the top two killers from tornadoes. So please do not ever be in one of those two things during a tornado warning. And remember, downstairs, under something, center the house, and keep away from windows, and put a helmet on when you are taking shelter. That protects your head whenever victims die from blunt force head trauma. That's from debris flying around. That is the primary killer whenever it comes to blunt force trauma. So, again, please be safe. Please, please listen to the polygons. Have a way to receive warnings. And don't go outside during these storms unless you absolutely have to. And even then, please don't. Please be safe, and I hope you have a wonderful one, and be safe.